So a long time ago, I made a video ranking every single Dragon Ball Z villain. So I thought, why not do it again? But this time, every single Dragon Ball Z movie villain, to finally figure out which ones are the best, which ones are the worst, and which ones are just trash.
Let's go.
You know, when I was little, I thought he was related to Pilaf, which is equivalent to saying Usain Bolt is related to LeBron, so that might be a little racist. He didn't really provide anything for me as a kid. He was kind of just there. I mean, his name is Garlic. It's like, what do you expect from him to do? He's short, he's bald, he's blue, and he's pretty much Dragon Ball Z's adaptation of Smurf. His goal was to kill Kami because Kami sealed his dad away into the dead zone, which is not that big of a deal because my dad got sealed away too. One day he woke up and he told me he had to go on a journey to a wonderful place called the supermarket. Then a few months later, he was cursed with an 18-year spell called child support. So Garlic sends in his men to go get the Dragon Balls, and for some reason, I don't know why, they run on air instead of flying. Anyways, Gohan gets kidnapped, and this had me wonder, when did Goku think it would be a good idea to put a Dragon Ball on his son's hat? Like, he knew how valuable they were. It's the name of the show. He knows this. My theory is it's a form of flexing. Like, the real life equivalent would be like a bust down Rolly, which wouldn't work on me if I was a villain. You would have to have like a Tesla on your head or something. So Gohan gets kidnapped, then he gets high. No joke. Garlic gets his wish off. Round of applause for that, because that never happens. Goku arrived. We get some of the best choreography in Dragon Ball. Krillin gets R. Kelly. Piccolo arrives, and then Kami gets his. Kami was getting washed. And you're probably wondering, what was Garlic's wish? Well, obviously, immortality and a lifetime supply of Trend, because he is swole. I thought he would have wished for like a name change or something. And even in this form, Garlic is lackluster to say the least. Can't lie, watching Goku and Piccolo team up to fight him was pretty cool, especially when you consider at this point in the show or movie dimension, I don't know, they were still enemies, like on-site enemies too, because immediately once they thought they beat Garlic, they started scrapping. But then Garlic comes up from the rubble and opens up the dead zone. Probably the coolest thing that he can do, which is pretty much just a black hole. But then Gohan screams and that's it. He just knocks Garlic back and sends him spinning into eternity, an eternal abyss of spinning. Legend says he's still spinning to this day. Garlic Jr., name is trash, boring personality, and he's blue. 4 out of 10. So he was a scientist, and I guess something happened to him and his brain got giant. So now he's just a giant robot with a giant brain. And his goal is to find the world's strongest fighter and take over his body. How is he gonna fit his brain into their body? I don't know, don't ask me. I honestly don't know how I feel about DR.WHEELO, because this movie is fire, but is he that cool? And to answer that question, not really. Well, sort of. So first he kidnaps Piccolo, which is a bit of a W, I can't lie. Finally somebody else getting kidnapped. Then he invites Roshi to his evil lair, and I really don't know why Roshi pulled up. Bro, if you know Piccolo is missing, why would you pull up? Your prime was like 60 years ago, my guy. And eventually Goku pulls up. And this is one of the many reasons I say this movie's so cool. The way Goku handles these henchmen is insane. I've never seen something like this in my life. He popped one of them. Popped him. And then when he broke out the ice with the Kaioken. And another thing, this movie is hilarious. Look at how Krillin pulled up. He really thought he was him. But no. Then we get to see Goku and Piccolo fight again. And if you're a Gohan fan, you love this scene. So this old dude, DR.WHEELO's henchman, I don't remember his name, we'll just call him Toothless, because I know when he talks he has a lisp. He pretty much starts making fun of Gohan, and it goes something like this.
Oh, look at the baby. You gonna cry?
Stop it.
Go cry to your mommy.
Come on, just stop.
Why? He's just a baby.
Yeah, I know that. Please, just.
A stupid little.
Then DR.WHEELO gets frustrated and pulls a Thanos and starts throwing hands with Goku in the gang. If you had this symbiotic, robotic, whatever you want to call it, body the whole time, why didn't you just use it? I know you probably wanted to be discreet, but bro, you want world domination. Forget about how you look. Goku's like my height. You weren't going to be able to fit your brain in him anyways. But Goku's the one who handles it and sends him off into space. But he's still not done. And Willow pretty much says,
well, I can't beat them. I guess I'll just blow up the Earth.
Pretty much pulling a golden Frieza in, when did this movie come out? 1990. It's all good though, because Goku charges up a spirit bomb and packs him up. Like, done, finito. Honestly, DR.WHEELO, pretty great movie. A bit of a sore loser, so he's just like me. And for that, I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10. He was literally Goku Black. Definitely one of the cooler ones, just solely because he's supposed to be Goku if Goku never hit his head. And since he's evil Goku, he must have a really evil, cool motive. Well, not really. His goal was to plant a tree and eat a fruit, but... And notice how they made the evil version of Goku brown skin? What they trying to say by that? Well, what does that mean? What you trying to get into, Akira? Turles pretty much carried this whole movie. Even his squad was just... Yo. So first we got Thanos' left and right sack. Just by looking at you, I could tell you're the strong and stupid one. This one just looks like a dyke. I mean that in the least offensive way possible. And then there's this one. I don't even want to say what he looked like. Bonus points to Turles for killing Icarus, the most annoying character in Dragon Ball Z. Like, all he does is fly around and sing. Like, get a job, do something. Another thing I love about this man is how disrespectful he is. He's fighting Piccolo. Piccolo busts out his ultimate move, the special beam cannon. This man stops it with one hand and just hits him with a and then his fight with Goku. I've never been this happy to watch another man eat a fruit. And I'm not pausing that. I'm sorry, I'm not pausing that. It's not gay. Even though Turles was cold, you know, Goku's the MC, so Turles gets hit with a spirit bomb, and unlike Vegeta, he did not survive. Turles, definitely one of the coolest. He's an evil Goku, like I said. Come on, it's an obvious 8 out of 10. So his movie begins with, oh no. Oh no, no, no. No, no, no! So this movie begins with a huge meteor coming towards Earth. And before y'all start saying Goku isn't meteor level, this is a movie, okay? This is an alternate dimension. The spaceship was probably made out of like some like impenetrable metal. I don't care. So the spaceship lands and we see this hooded dude like Palpatine. Guess who it is? It's Lord Slug. And let me just get the henchmen out the way because I could just tell by their appearance which one they are. Okay, blue one, you're the sus one. You look like Zarbon. Green one, you're just the weird, obscure one with a strange ability. And y'all already know about the strong one. He gotta be retarded. So his goal was to become young again using the Dragon Balls, which is totally not a ripoff of Demon King Piccolo, because if you say it is, you're just racist. And do you want to be racist? But Lord Slug was he's pretty much just Demon King Piccolo. I can't lie though, he has one of the coolest fights in all the movie, at least top 5, because this scene with Goku was beautiful. Look at how cool he looks. The pupils, they're gone. Now what gets me every time is the fact that Goku was so shocked that Yo, that was racist. Goku was so shocked by the fact that Lord Slug was a Namekian that he de-transformed. Bro, he's green. How many other green people do you know? It's gotta be one of the craziest shots I've ever seen. Imagine doing this in real life. What? So Lord Slug pops a mega mushroom and Goku's talking about, I don't want to hurt you. So you found out he's an endangered species and now that just stops everything he was doing to your planet? And I can't lie, the only reason they won this fight was because of that annoying, oh my goodness, I hate him, that annoying dragon. Because Piccolo remembered how trash that song that Gohan was singing for him was. And so he ripped off his ears and let Lord Slug listen to it. Honestly, for me, play any amount of Babytron and you'll get the same effect. And that gave Goku enough time to charge it to Spirit Bomb and blast this man. Lord Slug, pretty much Demon King Piccolo. Pretty cool giant fights though. So 7.5 out of 10. Oh, been waiting to talk about this one for a while. And I'm gonna say it off the jump. Cooler is one of my favorites. He gotta be in that S tier category. But who's cooler? Cooler or Frieza? We could really get into it because I'm building a case for Cooler. Now hear me out, hear me out. I know Frieza had it all. The money, the power, the racism, the motion. But then it happened. He unlocked his 4th form. The design alone would have been enough for me. But then when you add him no-look punching Goku, him making Goku sweat out of fear, and him running through Goku's Kamehameha, yeah, it's too easy. He's way better than Frieza. But even if you don't want to include his 4th form, Cooler is still cool as hell. Pun intended. That scene where he dropped Piccolo and blew him up should tell you enough. And honestly, Cooler would have won if he wasn't fighting freaking nature Goku, because I don't know what was going on in this movie, but Goku was looking like spiritual soul out there. I ain't never seen him care about animals this much in my life. Especially because if you look at the Turtles movie, he literally murked a deer for energy for the Spirit Bomb. And Pennywise, like, he literally brought a bird back to life. Like, how do you beat that? But even his death was super cool. He got sent into the sun and he died, never coming back, or so we thought. So in this movie, Goku and the gang are on the way to New Namek to visit Namekians for some reason, when they see it's been taken over by a tumor. And the first person they meet there is a robot. Then, Metal Cooler. Yeah, you guessed it, it's Cooler, made out of metal, but he's way stronger now. He can regenerate, and in my opinion, he got a little more disrespectful. And now you're probably wondering how he came back. So he was pretty much just floating around in space and a chip touched him and now he's here. I don't know if I like Metal Cooler as much as I like regular Cooler, because he doesn't have the 4th form anymore. And yeah, there's infinite versions of him now, but it's about the quality, not the quantity. What I will appreciate about this movie is the fact that it's on Namek. Something about Super Saiyans being on Namek is just satisfying. Also, this is the very first movie that my King Vegeta shows up in. That's a major W. He gets cooked immediately. He even gets kicked in the tries to blow up Goku and Cooler, and then proceeds to get jumped by 500 Coolers, but he was still there. Once him and Goku get kidnapped, we get to meet the real Cooler, who's just a head now attached to a bunch of wires, and he plans on using their energy to power the Big Getty Star. And once he's done sapping energy out of them, Goku and Vegeta grab his wires again and unconsensually feed him energy, in turn overriding the Big Getty Star and causing all the metal Coolers to explode. Cooler becomes this giant wired machine monster thing, starts strangling Goku. Vegeta cuts his arm off and Goku hits him with the slightest drop of energy, causing the man to explode. Cooler, a cooler version of Frieza, 10 out of 10. Metal Cooler robotic shell of his former self, but still pretty cool, so 8.1 out of 10. So apparently, Dr. Gero had an extra set of 3 androids that he told no one about. Androids 13, 14, and 15. And this movie starts off hot. First thing we see is 14 and 15 terrorizing the city. Realistically, they shouldn't even be after Goku. Goku should be dying from the heart virus right now, but it's a movie, so, you know, different timelines. 14 and 15 were pretty cool. Like 14, he looks menacing as hell. And 15, he's just a robotic alcoholic. So pretty much a Dominican dad. 15 kind of confuses me because are they androids or are they cyborgs? Because they're called androids, but they're really cyborgs. And if they're really cyborgs in this movie, then where did Dr. Gero find someone with purple skin? And Goku decides maybe we shouldn't be fighting in the city. So they move over to this icy area, and that's where they meet Android 13, a country android. I don't know what would be the advantage of keeping the accent, but I love it. I mess with it. First of all, he's hilarious.
Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.
Second of all, he's strong as hell. Third of all, he's country. So when he calls you boy, you don't know if he's being racist or that's just how he talks. And this movie includes Vegeta's coolest entrance ever. My guy came out of an iceberg looking all majestic, monologue ready and everything. I know he knew there was a camera on him. I didn't mention in the earlier movies, but Krillin gets sidelined crazy as these movies go on. Bro, even Gohan's trying. Eventually, all the Saiyans go Super Saiyan and defeat Android 14 and 15. But what they didn't know is that's exactly what Android 13 wanted, because he ends up absorbing pieces of his old friends and becoming this giant Ice Spice Vegeta Garlic Jr. monster thing. And in this form, this man was ruthless. Again, y'all know it's Vegeta, so he had to get and Piccolo was not safe either. He tried to come in with that little combination. No, but by far, Goku got it the worst. This man grabbed Goku's kick, lifted his leg. That would knock the Super Saiyan out of me too. Vegeta, Trunks, and Piccolo all try to hold off Android 13 while Goku charges up a Spirit Bomb. Damn. My boy Vegeta just can't catch a break, huh? Goku has this massive Spirit Bomb, and it's not like the other movies where he just throws it at him. Nah, this man Goku absorbs it while he's Super Saiyan and just stares down Android 13. What you so mad about, my boy? He didn't even kill Krillin. 13 got scared and tried to punch him. His hand disintegrated and it was over. This death was so crazy. Not only did he kill Android 13, but he somehow shut down Dr. Gero's computer without even touching it. Android 13, definitely one of the cooler ones. Cool death, country. That's an obvious 8.7 out of 10.
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Dragon Ball Z's Devil. Okay, I gotta organize my thoughts for this one because there's so much I could say. I'm gonna just start with how we meet him. So off rip, South Galaxy gets destroyed. Y'all already know who did it. I don't gotta say nothing. So Vegeta and the gang are all having a picnic, I guess, when this spaceship lands. And the man who comes out of it is Broly's father. This man instantly starts glazing Vegeta, saying, "King Vegeta, we built a planet for you." And all Vegeta had to hear was king. But the cherry on top was Paragus claimed that he found the legendary Super Saiyan and that Vegeta was the only one who could defeat him, which is mega cap in so many different ways. But we'll see that later. But for now, Vegeta and the gang go off to New Vegeta, and King Kai sends Goku to investigate what happened in South Galaxy. And that pretty much leads all of them up to meeting Broly. And man, I don't even know where to start with Broly. I mean, we can just start with the fact that he brought Vegeta down to his knees. Like, literally. His sheer power, his sheer presence had Vegeta heavy breathing. You know you're dealing with a beast when he literally changes the filter of the area. This man Broly's an absolute beast, an absolute unit. He walks through Ki Blast, tackles people, walks through Kamehamehas, and not only is he a unit, but he's also agile as hell. He weaves punches, jumps on people, kicks people like he's about to hit a golazo. And a lot of people think that Broly only says Kakarot, but that's not true. In the first movie, he talks hella, and he's actually a huge like, I can't lie. Like, he blew up the little alien slave people's planet just for fun. He literally said to them, "I bet you dream about going back there." Then readied up a Ki Blast in his hand and just blew it up. But honestly, the most messed up person in this movie is Paragus, whatever you want to call it. Because not only did he do all that crazy stuff just to get revenge, right? But he wasn't even planning on saving Broly. Once he saw Broly going crazy, he just said, "Deuces," and tried to hop in a space pod, leaving his son who saved them to get destroyed by a giant comet. Albeit, Broly is a psychopath, but that's your son, my guy. But what goes around comes back around, because Broly saw him trying to escape, and Paragus hit him with a, "Oh, I was just readying the pod." Broly looked at him and said, "A one-man pod?" But Broly eventually meets his end because he has to, man. If you let that man run wild, the whole universe is done. Everybody gives Goku energy, yes, even Vegeta. And Goku puts all that energy in one fist and just punches Broly in the stomach, and he explodes for some reason. I really don't know why, but he does. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, he gets an obvious, it's too obvious, guys. It's too obvious. 12 out of 10. And that's definitely our last time seeing him. Or so we thought. But before I get to Broly's second coming, I gotta talk about... Just off his entrance, I knew he would be cool. He's pretty much a ginger space pirate. His whole goal is to conquer the universe and apparently look fly as hell while doing it, because look at the drip. So Bojack was apparently sealed in King Kai's planet, and when Cell, well Goku, caused it to blow up, he was released. And to thank Goku for releasing him, his first goal is to kill Gohan. He's just a stand-up guy, I know. A big part of Bojack is his whole pirate crew. They pretty much just go around jumping people. They could even spare my boy Yamcha, and that's Yamcha's. His whole movie is pretty much just Gohan versus Bojack's whole crew, which I'm 100% here for. I'm a Gohan supporter. I watch all the AMVs. I do not care. I'm happy. And I'm not gonna lie, if Piccolo didn't pull up, it probably would have been raps. Beast Gohan would have came out. And after Piccolo gets cooked, Vegeta pulls up, and it's Vegeta, so what can you expect? It's low-key getting out of hand at this point. Gohan continues to get jumped until Goku decides to be a W dad, and he breaks the afterlife rules and punches Bojack so Gohan can have a second to breathe. And during that little break, Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, and Gohan proceeds to treat the Bojack crew like they're Cell Juniors. Same blue filter and everything. And at this point, Bojack starts panicking a little, so he does the smartest thing someone could do in that situation. He kills his only ally left. And did it work? And not at all. And that's how I know this movie isn't canon. Gohan isn't being cocky at all. He's just looking cold out there. And after Gohan fists Bojack, they do a little beam clash, and Gohan runs straight through him and he explodes. I don't know why these dudes keep exploding, they just do. Bojack, 8.3 out of 10. So we pretty much know everything we gotta know about Broly. The only difference is in Second Coming, he can only say Kakarot now for some reason. I don't know why. I guess he's slow now. All he pretty much did in this movie was get R. Kelly'd. He beats on Videl, Goten, and Trunks, so I guess women and children are now included in his roster. He gives now adult Gohan the Tom Holland treatment with the, you know, and then he gets cooked by a family Kamehameha. But then Bio Broly's a little different. You see, Bio Broly, he's just trash. I don't even know what goes on in this movie. The main characters are Krillin, that should tell you enough, Android 18, and Goten and Trunks. Like, what is this film? I can't even talk about him, I'm sorry. Broly Second Coming, just cause it's Broly, 9 out of 10. Bio Broly, that's like a 3. That's worse than Garlic. So first thing I'm gonna say is this movie's just nice. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a really nice movie. So Janemba was pretty much just this kid listening to music in hell. Cardi fans be like, when this tank of evil juice explodes. And it turns the kid into this giant yellow fat baby thing. So pretty much just Fat Boo. But his moves are a little different. Like, first thing he does is make a bunch of glass jelly beans. He also has the ability to clone himself, punch through portals, and when he eventually transforms into his final form, which is the purple and red one, he gets a sword and he could turn himself into Legos. So Vegeta eventually pulls up to help Goku, and this movie's a little sad, I can't lie. So they eventually decide to fuse and create the second best fusion ever, Gogeta. Vegeta is just better, sorry, cry about it. The way he came out, he was stunning, I can't lie. Gogeta defeats Janemba, and I say defeats because Janemba doesn't die really, with probably the most beautiful move in Dragon Ball Z. Just look at it, it's so pretty. And then Gogeta just hits him with a nice happy little smile. And then Vegeta dies, he just dies. Janemba, I can't lie, I'm a bigger fan of the movie than I am of really him. He really just gives me Majin Buu and Kid Buu vibes, so I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Pretty much just a giant yellow cockroach. That's literally what he is. And I hate cockroaches. Only thing worse could have been like a wasp or something. I was not a fan of this movie growing up. I don't know why. I nearly forgot it existed, honestly. The only cool part is the dragon fist. Like, that literally carries the whole movie. And also there is that scene of Vegeta protecting civilians, so that was pretty nice. But that has nothing to do with Hirudegan. Hirudegan is just boring. Like, I'll take Zarbon, Doria, and Kui over this. Like, I'll rate them instead or something. And just for the record, they're all 5s. And Hirudegan's a 3, but at least the next movie makes up for it. Yo, when this movie got announced, as a person who's not pushing 30 and didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z, no offense to anybody watching this pushing 30, I love you. This would be the first time I had something Dragon Ball Z related come out when I existed. And the best part is, the movie is actually good. Like, BEERUS is a good villain. Like, let's go through it. So when you first see him, you're like, oh, he's not that big of a deal. He's just a kitty cat. Then we see him slump Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the second strongest person in the Majin Buu Buu saga. Then when he gets to Earth, we get all this slice of life stuff. He's super chill. And then Majin Buu starts fighting with him over pudding and he smokes him. Like that. And not just him either. He cooks Gohan, he cooks Vegeta, and he even cooks Bulma. And the only way they were able to hang with him is to let Goku do an ancient ritual which literally turns him into a god. Even after Goku becomes a god, Beerus was only going at what 0.000001% or something, and Beerus technically still wins. Because yeah, Goku stopped Earth from getting destroyed, but Beerus wasn't really trying. Y'all know this. I've said enough. Beerus, super duper cool. Purple cat. I'm gonna have to give him a 9 out of 10. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, for the last villain, the man himself, Frieza. When I saw the announcement for this movie, I damn near went into a coma. The hype for this movie was insane. First of all, when they had the F in the title, everybody knew it was Frieza. Everybody did, and everybody was hyped. Golden Frieza is just Frieza, but golden. So it's still the iconic, the racist, the funny, and he's actually hanging with Goku this time. I messed with this movie so much that I watched it in DR, pirated allegedly in Spanish. Honestly, the only thing I would change about Golden Frieza is his death. I think Vegeta deserved the W, but it's whatever. I really liked how big of a sore loser he was at the end. It's very much in Frieza's character to blow up the Earth when he's losing. And that actually caught me really off guard on the first watch. I was like, what are they gonna do now? But then they pulled the whole reverse time stuff, and either way, I was happy. The movie was good. Frieza came back. Golden Frieza, same rating as regular Frieza to me, 9 out of 10. And that was pretty much it. The best ones were Broly, Cooler, Frieza, and Beerus. And the worst ones were Garlic Jr., Hirudegan, and Bio Broly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to knock him down to like a 2 out of 10 now. And moral of the story:
Go cry to your mommy.